All right, so I just wanted to do a quick case study video with one of my clients on marketing and sales automation software with SharpSpring and how it's going. I preface this by I didn't give him the questions prior to this, so basically it's off the cuff his unbiased opinion on how everything's going. So I'm going to ask you a couple questions and maybe a minute apiece, and we're good, right?
Super.
So how was the 3-month setup and business reorganization process initially, and what did you learn about your business?
Well, the 3-month getting the website going and getting everything, it helped us to get organized and focused on where the sweet spot was in getting the type of customers that we want. In our business, there's some customers that we really don't want to deal with, for lack of a better way. So it got us into a real good spot. The marketing is amazing. We're really happy with the way we're getting leads, really qualified leads. And the process is just streamlined. I mean, like I was telling you earlier today, getting emails on my cell phone of orders coming in, not orders coming in, but just people with questions, interested in the service or the products we sell, and they're qualified. They're good leads. They're really good with the way, with the internet, with the way you could find people out there when they're looking for something. And in our particular instance, we're a very particular field in what we do. So when people come online, we're coming up high in the rankings, and they're calling us. So we're real happy.
That's definitely the idea. So
that's exactly.
Right.
No matter how good your website looks, and you guys, Wallfrog did a wonderful job in making our website look professional and easy to navigate. But what's the point if no one sees it?
True.
And that's where you really shine, is getting people to see it.
All right, perfect. Next question. How did the overwhelming feeling of thinking you had to do everything when signing up for the marketing service compare to what actually happened?
It seems overwhelming, but you break it down piece by piece by piece, and it's almost like building a house. You first lay the clear the lot, then lay the foundation. And so by the time you're on the second floor, you're putting your roof on, if you will, in my analogy. Everything's happening in pieces, so everything's going and stacking and being organized, and it was very logical, step by step.
But it didn't feel like you had the whole weight on your shoulders, like we were able to take that off and kind of consult and figure out where the sweet spots were.
Exactly.
And pull them out and showcase them.
And talk to me and get me to think about my business and reflect on my business, and so you're not marching in a direction that's not productive to the business or working against where you're trying to go overall.
Sure.
So it was,
gives you a clear picture.
Yeah, it was overall a much clearer picture on what kind of clients I wanted to appeal to.
Perfect. All right, next question. How was the expertise in our engineering and manufacturing experience crucial to the success of putting together a marketing strategy for your business?
You're very helpful. You had a very constructive, logical thought in how we're going to put the website together, how we're going to market it, and just in general, a very logical, sequential, step-by-step process. I didn't feel like I was alone, or we were in a jam, and every single problem that we came across along the way, we were able to untangle, and a lot of times through your leadership and okay, let's do it this way and get to this point, and that helps me. It helped me a lot, especially since trying to run a business, not just work on the advertising component and getting new customers. Mm-hmm. So it was nice to have you guys,
But to have that engineering experience, we could learn your products and services much easier than anyone else.
Very much. I mean, you understand my business pretty good now because of your engineering background, mm-hmm. and that was a good thing. That was a bonus.
Good, like a match.
About. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. 2 more quick questions.
Sure.
How does it feel to get a new lead in now compared to prior to the marketing automation setup? do the sales close faster, and is it less stressful?
It's a lot less stressful. Before we hired you guys, I was actually getting some leads and losing business because they were just bad leads, taking my business in a direction that I didn't want to go. And now when we get a lead, it's like I say, not only are they interested in the products and services we have, but the time to close, the pipeline, as you like to say, once you get somebody in our pipeline, you bring it through to where you actually, I mean, what good is a lead if it doesn't lead to a sale? And that pipeline was established. We didn't even have it. Early on, I would get a lead and then try calling them. Maybe they didn't call me back. I'd call them, and a lot of times they would be in the pipeline. You'd laugh, but for a year and a half, and I've lost customers that were potentially could be good customers because we just didn't follow up and not because I was lazy, but just because I have other stuff going on, and to constantly be tracking this amount of information. I mean, some people call and then you don't hear from them again, and that happens. You expect that, but now I feel like there's a structure. We talk about every lead that comes through the pipeline, why we lost it, how long it was in the pipeline, does it culminate in a lead that we wanted? What happens if you spend money to get a customer and that's not the kind of customer you have? That's what was happening before. So not only are things moving through the pipeline much faster because of the creation of the pipeline, if you will, by peppering them with the emails and all that information along the way to get them to close. We didn't even have that pipeline. A lot of stuff was just old, it was stale, and you kept working on the website and how it looks. Not you, but me, or the past people we dealt with, but without any tangible results. And the company really didn't care if we had tangible results, whereas Wallfrog is constantly looking at the bottom line. Are we making money? Are these leads being developed into sales? And I appreciate that.
So it's a good partnership.
So it's very
we
good
can
partnership.
kind of keep each other accountable for what's going on, because it's
Yeah.
a win-win-win. If
It's a
everybody's
win.
happy,
It's a win-win. I almost liken you guys to, and I said this to you a while back. It's almost like a physical trainer at a gym, where a physical trainer could say, "All right, go do a pull-up." Well, you could maybe do the pull-up wrong, and you're hurting yourself because you're doing the pull-up, but you're not using the right form. I look at you like that in a lot of ways, because it's we're doing things right, and that's what's important. So we're building on solid ground, and now we're seeing growth, but it's quality growth. I don't want growth where I have problems, much like if I'm doing a pull-up the wrong way and now my shoulder hurts or something, as an example. So really impressed with and appreciative of the structure. And that comes from your background in engineering, which is very helpful, but also the fact that you care. And not a lot of people care. Some people mail it in and they want you to think they care, but in the background, they really don't. And eventually, over months turn into years, you kind of sense that, whereas that's not the case at all with Wallfrog. You guys you care.
That means a lot.
Very good.
Absolutely.
Very good. You care about what you do, and that's a good.
Well, it
that's a
makes
good
me
thing.
wake up in the morning and helps me go to sleep comfortably at night, knowing that I actually did a good service for someone. So, quick last question: what would you say to a fellow business owner if they are reluctant to invest in a sales and marketing program for their company?
Do it. Well, then
That was quicker than I thought.
well, here's why. It's because when you start getting the leads, you might get a few small customers, and I don't know what the individual businesses that you all deal with but in my particular business, you get a few leads, and again, I make an analogy like a baseball team. You get a single, a foul ball, then another single, and then bam, you get a home run. You got 2 runs coming in, and it builds on itself, and then all of a sudden you find that you get a big company. You get a big customer, and it's all of a sudden, you're way ahead of the game. So if you start thinking to yourself, well, I'm spending this amount of money to start, and okay, we're getting started. We have to outlay a certain amount of money. What I found is, because of the quality of service that you guys give, because of the clarity on our website, because of the pipeline, because I'm tracking customers and I'm getting the right customers, all of a sudden you look back a year later and you made us money. So I tell people I would do it. Granted, there's different businesses that have different problems, and there's different components to businesses that I'm not in, but for my particular business, it's a good. The return on investment is definitely one that we've seen. That we've got it. We've gotten more sales. We've got more people coming to our website, and it's a win-win situation.
That's the bottom line. That's the whole point of it. It takes a work effort, strategy, and learning about each other. But at the end of the day, that's what it boils down
It's
to.
like
So,
it's like you're building a plane. You're in a 747. You need to put gas in it or jet fuel, or it's going to fall out of the sky. So you need to have that to put in that effort of advertising, of marketing. But the results are good.
cool. Well, I definitely appreciate it and appreciate the relationship, and I'm glad we're just crushing it.
Good, yeah. And the people that are thinking about using Wallfrog, I recommend it.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Take care.